Hi, this is Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. This is a battle on the Pearl River map, which came in the last patch, and we're following Stewie JP'd from 1AA clan. This is Stewie JP'd, otherwise known as Little Stewie, so don't confuse him with Stewie JP, who's one of our other community contributors, but Stewie JP'd is also a community contributor. I'm going to leave links to both of their channels in the description below. Anyway, it's heading to the middle of the map. This is becoming a favourite battleground for head-to-head confrontations. If you're in a fast tank, you can get to some reasonable hull-down positions, but we can see sometimes the fastest tanks are the lightly armoured ones, like the Lorraine. He's already lost a bit of health from both artillery, who would have been pre-aiming, and also taken a shot from the Progetto. Now Stewie has just been hit by the Progetto as well, firing APCR, so clearly he was prepared for heavy tanks. He's got some good support here. The 703-2, which is the double barrel thing, has just waltzed out in front of the crowd side on and lost a lot of health, which is not a great result really, but anyway, I'll see what Stewie gets up to. He's on a mission MT-15, but that's not going to be the focus of this game. But anyway, we'll see how this pans out. So he's being patient here, waiting for them to push out. And we'll just make sure we switch into Stewie's view. There's an IS-3 there. If he can get the flat side of the pike-nosed part of the IS-3, then he can easily penetrate it, but that must have just turned at the point he fired. And the IS-3's come around the other side, so Stewie's going to side scrape here and see whether he gets another view. Oh, I just missed a shot on the Progetto. That would have gone in regardless of side scraping. Progetto's lightly armoured. The IS-3's gone down. The Lorraine decided to push around, take a hit, which he just had the hit points to do. Stewie just gets shot there by the Progetto, who's a 3-shot auto reloader, and he's gotten all 3 shots into Stewie, so taking him down to 394 hit points, which is not a whole lot of health given he started off with 1400, so he's lost over 1,000 hit points. Now he'll see if he can get a shot into the Progetto. Just misses, but the Progetto is losing health. He's down to a single shot and in fact gets taken out of the game. But there's more than one Progetto there, and quite a few medium tanks. There's only a Panther 2 on that side. See how that Panther 2 plays out. Anyway, he's now in the what you call the village area in the middle. This is an elevated area, which does give you views on 2 different parts of the map. So it's sort of prized to take advantage of this, to give you lots of different perspectives. Now he's just popped out here. This is lots of exits, and oh, there you go, spotted a juicy target, the Su-14 artillery, and gets a shot in there. Gets lit at the same time. There was probably lit by a closer tank, wouldn't have been artillery, and he's just lining up to get the arty, but that is taken out by the artillery on his own side. So here's Stewie. He's got 1,114 hit points of damage done. He's only got 394 hit points of his own left. What contribution to the game can he honestly make with that limited number of hit points? Is he going to go down quickly, or is he going to be able to put up a fight? So he makes the crossing there without being tagged by the Progetto. He's got a big battle going on to his right, and does he need to get rid of this Progetto, or is he going to be able to get around to the back of them? It looks like that Progetto's missed an opportunity, but he does get lit, and the Progetto's maybe on the move. But what he's got around here now, he's coming up on the back of these tanks. He's got the Chrysler GF. He's managed to remove very low number of hit points, but takes a gun out of the game. And there's the side of the AMX 5100, which he takes advantage of. Got tagged by the low there. He's now down to 111 hit points, so he's really on dangerous territory there. The low backs out, shoots there, but just seems to hit the turret where it's most heavily armoured, and the low will continue to back away just before Stewie gets to reload. Now, sorry, we forgot to mention what tank he's in. He's in the Chinese T-34-2 medium tank. It's a bit of a slow medium, but nonetheless it's pretty accurate when you're up close. Now this is the guard. Yeah, he's Stewie on 111 hit points. That guard bounced off his turret. Not really clever shooting there by the guard. He might as well fight HE, would have had a much better chance. Stewie fires there, I think misses that shot. And he's just looking around the T-32. The T-32's got no idea he's there, really oblivious. At least the guard knew where he was, but the guard is now out of the game. And that T-32 still has got no vision that he's got a tank behind him. So Stewie lines up his rear, puts one into the engine deck, and unfortunately doesn't set him on fire, but nonetheless, that's not what the T-32 needed. Now he's turning around. Does he know he's here? Fires, but the T-32 misses. Stewie gets some damage in, and now we've got the low comes back. Is the low going to take him out of the game? Goes side on. It's Stewie's tracks, and he's out of the game now. Well, these guys are basically coming after one-on-one. If they basically went after him together, he would be out of the game already. Panther 2's bouncing off him. The T-32 basically finally realised that he should attack Stewie and put himself side on, and he was gone. The Panther 2's now out of the game. It looks like there's two tanks left, STA-1 and the Barask. Neither of them are all that close to Stewie, although the Barask is there being chased by the AMX 5100. And let's see if Stewie gets any more damage. He's up to 3.6k of damage. He's blocked 1380, which is just under his own hit points worth. The Barask's definitely running away, so he must be on reload. Being chased by a 5100. There's also a reloader. And is he going to get there in time? Stewie's just gotten really excited now with the result. And he's just screaming along, seeing whether he can catch up with this Barask. But the Barask gets taken out by the Strip S1 there, so that's the end of the game there. So Stewie is a very excited lad, and I'm not surprised. So let's take a look at the results. That was an Ace Tanker Mastery badge for the great play that he made. That was made up of getting 3,642 direct damage and 598 of assisted damage, so just over 4,000 combined. He got 5 kills as well, and he certainly created a lot of havoc with the enemy, who really weren't all that aware of him, which was just absolutely hilarious. So 1355 base experience, which yeah, a fair bit above some of the other players, although Samiro SM did pretty close, as well as the AMX 5100, who was there active at the end. The enemy tanks 2500 for that T-32, who completely lost the idea of how he should fight against that threat that he made. So out of that, he fired 17 shots, 15 hit, which is pretty good. That gun really only accurate at close range, 12 penetrations, which must have left Stewie worrying a bit. Was he going to get out of this game alive? He did end up losing a bit of money on consumables, and that put him behind a bit, but I think that was well